What's up, it's your boy Hobo Drobo, and today we're talking about the Archmage. Is it overpowered, and what can you do in your matches to counter that tower? But before we go into that, I want to mention a few balance changes that could be bugs, but we're not sure yet because they were left off the patch notes. The first one being Lightning and Rain of Fire going from 4 to 3 strikes is apparently one of those bugs, and it should be fixed. But the damage hasn't been changed, it's just more per strike, although that should be fixed along with Rain of Fire. Polymorph is apparently OP because it's bugged, decreasing the health of enemies more than it should, and I've heard up to 90%. Now for boosters, Call of the Dragon no longer does damage at level 1 compared to what it used to. It was like 600 to 800 before, and now it's down to roughly 180 to 200. I don't have the exact numbers on it, but you can tank a lot more damage from those early round Call of the Dragons now. I've heard we've seen the strength of normal enemies go down, and we're seeing a lot more matches go to boss waves because of it. And I'm sure there's a few other small things, but those are the main things that have been impacting my stadium games. Now let's talk about Archmage. Dissipate is the main reason Archmage is very strong. The ability that teleports troops from your side to the other side, combined with the ability to put out a lot of damage and extra stalling potential from Twister, makes it basically meta-defining. I think Archmage is by far the best tower in Stadium right now, and that shows with a lot of people using decks with it. Although in Onslaught, I think Necro definitely gives it some good competition. Tesla, Barbarians, and Musketeers are probably the top 3 towers that are comboed with it, although I've also tried using Blazing Gem, and it's possible to use. However, I'm just using the exact same deck that I used last season. I'm not even using Sabotage with Blazing Gem, it just definitely needs a little bit more buffs for it to be better. And so just that normal deck with Musketeers, Dwarven Artillery, Barbarians, and Archmage, it's still very strong, although there are some ways to counter it. So let's get into what you need to be paying attention to when you're up against somebody with Archmage. Try not to pick boosters that can be dissipated from their side to your side. This is stuff like Shamans, the Harbingers, anything that can be dissipated, like Golems as well. Don't send those to your opponent. You're basically asking for them to end up on your side, as well as with Summons. Try to pick boosters like Extra Gold, Extra Damage. The Blizzard boosters and the Farmer boosters can be good. Even the Smoke Bombs, those boosters are also good at resetting the Blazing Gem Beam if you're going up against one of those. I think we'll start to see those in a lot more Stadium matches. My suggestion for the Dissipate upgrade was either make it so that you can't dissipate summons or boosters. I think boosters would probably be a little bit more fair, and I think if you did both, it may be a little bit too much of a nerf, although I think it should just be that you should be able to teleport like high HP troops like the Ogres, because those give a lot of gold. And I think that's fair. If your opponent can kill those troops and get the gold advantage from your Archmage TPing it there, then it makes the Archmage players have to really pay attention about what they're doing, making sure that they're not just feeding gold to their enemy. So if you're picking boosters that can't be dissipated, it's going to be difficult in those early rounds when you feel like you don't have something to stall out time on the other side of the board, but I promise in the long run it's worth it. Just be careful and make sure that you're dealing with everything that's in your opponent's deck, not just the Archmage. And that way, if I'm also running Archmage, it makes it feel like I'm not in just a teleport battle back and forth, and I probably have the upper hand when being able to teleport stronger things at specific times. So, hopefully you can use some of those methods to help you slow down Archmage players. However, there really is no stopping them right now, and let me know what you guys think about Archmage. I think it should be tweaked, but I'm not exactly sure how they should go about it, and I know the last patch that they did for it did basically nothing. Otherwise, that's basically what I'm doing in Stadium right now, just the same old deck, and in the future I'll continue to work on doing some troll decks for you guys, so that's always fun, of course. Otherwise, outside of this Archmage situation, how do you guys feel about the update? I think it's okay so far, and I think that we'll probably see a minor patch coming up soon depending on what happens. Hopefully we see some of those other bugs that we haven't seen on the patch notes actually reverted, but otherwise good luck in your next battles, and I'll probably catch you in the next one. Peace out.